Watch till the end. All the mistakes are at the beginning.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
There's a lot of pressure in here. Okay, got my $13 smoothie, 2 rusty nuts, the ambulance, the welder. What does that mean? All right, welcome back. Okay, so I was gonna wait till Saturday to film this, but we're supposed to get a big storm on Friday, and I need to get some doors on here. Now, I'm gonna tell you how we're going to do it, and you can probably tell me if I'm doing it wrong, but by the time you watch the video, it'll be done. So, I did cheat, and we've already put one door up. So we did this one next to the Jeep, in front of the Jeep, last weekend. Now, let me show you what we're up against. All right, so first thing we have to do is obviously I gotta get the tarp off. So I only got it screwed on with this pallet wood. So that should be relatively easy to get off. I just gotta get a ladder over here and my impact. Now, the problem is the way that the frame ended up being. So obviously when they poured, I guess it's not obvious, when they poured the building or the slab, right, they probably thought I was gonna do like regular framing. And obviously I did not, I did 2x6s. Now, we did the 2x6s to the very edge of the slab, probably out just a hair. Now what that did for us is that put the inside of our frame away from the well that the door is supposed to fit in, okay? Now, my solution is to get a 2x6, which shims it out, right, to where the door will fall in the track. Now let me show you how that actually turned out. Okay, so you see the 2x6 there, and we got the frame for the door, okay? And now it fits right in that trough that's made for it. So 2x6x16, right? Those go on as your jambs. And then we put our rails on either side. And, well, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to attach the brackets, the little triangle brackets you'll see over there, okay? Triangle brackets need to get attached to our guide rails. And then after we hoist the door up, so we gotta hoist the door up, and then we put the guide rails on with the brackets. I made this mistake last time, is I put the guide rails up with the brackets already on it, and then when I hoisted the door up, I had to somehow get it around those brackets. So if I hoist the door up first, then put the brackets on after, it's already underneath, and I just have to lower the door down. If you had a forklift, you wouldn't have this issue. You would just pick it up with a forklift and put it on. Well, I don't have a forklift. I'm not renting a scissor lift. Obviously, there's no room to put any of that stuff. So we're doing it the sketchy way. All right, well, let's get to it and remove tarp and set jams. Okay. What did I do with my phone? All right, so a little better view right here. That's what we got left. And then when you stick I can't do this with one hand. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so I got some screws in my pocket. These are not long enough. All right, so these are like 3-inch screws, yeah. So we need to get flush with our jam here. I know you're looking at my back. This doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be close. I like to alternate my screws so it keeps it flat against the wall. And you see how that's not too bad, how it's a little crooked. We'll just get the clamp and squeeze it when we get higher up. That's why you start from the bottom. So I got one here. So let's do one here. Ran out of screws. Okay, so I'm making that where it's flush. Okay, putting our screws in, alternating them, right? Screws right here. If it's windy, I'm sorry. I had the dead cat on here and I set the microphone on the car, and when I went to put it on myself, it was gone. Where did it go? Let's see if we can get anything. Okay, now, problem, and this was not a problem on the other side. Maybe you saw it. You see it now? The Z-purlin is put on backwards on this part of the shop. So now, I probably need to cut that. Great. I should probably cut that. So, we'll probably cut that one up there, and then I'll mark that one and cut it down here. All right, so this one, we're gonna give you a different view. Up close. That battery's going fast. Okay, I was up there and I heard this beep, right? I was just at 50%, like less than a minute ago. How could this thing be dead? Oh, I'm so irritated. Swap out with Pappy.
All right.
You gotta stick the chain in there.
This thing keeps turning. It's probably because you touched nothing.
Got the auto clicker on. Hit that X.
Okay, here we are.
What else did you want? A wrench. 13. Yep. All right. We've got the door up. And we got both our rails up. Okay. I got all the bolts in on the angle piece, and then there's just some that are in these. So I did measure my 2.5 inches outside of our roof opening to get these rails in place. So that's done. We did mess up and I started pulling it apart when I thought I had the door in place. So to wind this thing, I might have to put this back. I might have to get a strap or something and strap it back to it. But what I'm working on right now is I've got to get that gear onto this door. We should have done this before we hoisted it up. And then this hardware onto this door and bolt it to the bracket. And there's also another piece, that little box right there needs to get bolted after I get this gear on. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take the gear and we're going to kind of put it on here. I'll let it down and I'll take the hook off and then move the hook to the outside and then raise it back up. So let's see how this works. I'm gonna try and do it to where you can see, but knowing my luck, it'll probably just fall. Who knows? If you can see, great. If you can't, well, sorry. Okay. So then it comes with 3 of these bolts that have the shoulder on it. So that's in.
Now we need to determine if we need the sleeves on this or not. No. Why do we have these? I don't know. So I'm assuming our gearbox, this has to be like that. I'm fairly certain. So then our gearbox either needs to be... Hey, hand me that gearbox before you put the chain in there. So if the gearbox...
You probably put the chain in after you get it up.
You know, I think I've seen this... I think the box is supposed to go on the inside, closer to the wall.
On the inside of the bracket.
Yeah. Scared the out of me. Oh my god. If that's the case, that needs to be there, this needs to be here, and it bolts into there. But I guess it could go either way. So do we want it on the outside or the inside? That's the question. Let's try it with the box on the inside and see how that works out for me.
Pizza's here.
Yeah, pizza's here, Dad.
Okay.
Putting it closest to the wall, right?
Yeah.
On the bracket.
Yep.
Chain's not connected.
Does it have a link? Well, it has to.
You had one in the bag.
It has to be continuous, right?
No. You have to buy one, I guess.
That's weird. Okay, so that'll slide back and forth, and this one has to hit the door at some point. All right. So bolt in there. This one will slide this way. Bolt up there. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. We need 3 minimum. Okay. All right, this isn't going anywhere. This will have to get snugged down when we start to wrap the door. And I think the door needs to be wrapped this way. Yeah, counterclockwise 1.5 times. So that means this end needs to start out here so we can go 1.5 to get this end to line up right here where it's going to be inside our door track. So there's like a guide. Oh, shit. I didn't put the bolts in. Here, grab this before I kill myself. Okay, we're almost there. We'll get this figured out. Okay, this side has your tensioner, which it's basically like a one-way bearing. So it'll only allow it to turn one way so we can wrap it. What I gotta do now is get the bolts in here. And I think this is the way I did it on the other side. But it might be different on this one because this door's bigger. Is I have one bolt in there and then one over here. He just ate lunch. Alright, let's see. What in the world? Okay. So we got some tension. I'll let it get right down. That's all the way up against there. So we can release it so we can. Ugh. I think I left my wrench and stuff over on the other side. Give me your razor blade. Did I bolt that side in?
No, but I think that chain is this way.
Got our bolts in there. Alright, so now I think we're gonna disconnect this. So I think it has to twist the other way. So let's bring it out right about there, and then twist it the other way. It has to go all the way around. Can you?
Yeah, I know.
Can you rotate it, or?
Well, I thought you were pushing it.
Well, I'm stuck.
Is it hitting something in the middle? It's not hitting here. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's hitting in the middle.
It ain't going.
I don't know where it's hitting.
Oh, I'm hitting the wall. I think I need to bring it out. Yeah, I think because this door is bigger than the one over there, it's in a different spot. All right.
Right.
Okay, so now. Okay, so that's 1. And that is 1.5. So at this point, we wrapped it around. We should be able to cut the stuff off and let it go down the track. Oh, maybe we should read the. I wonder if this is different. Let's wrap it one more time.
Okay.
Can you hold it?
I'll try.
Okay. I might need to get a little. So we've now wrapped it 2.5 times. Whether that's what we're supposed to do or not, yet to be seen. I really need you to be able to hold that.
Kind of hard.
So you gotta grab that gear. All right, now we gotta feed it into the rail. You got it?
I think so.
Okay. CJ, I need you to hand me.
There's a piece of crap.
That's fine. We can leave the crap on there. I need you to hand me a 13 mil wrench.
And it's going down the thing.
Okay, so is mine. I'm going to tighten my bearing thing here. CJ.
Yeah.
Pappy has it.
Okay.
As what?
The wrench.
Oh, the 13?
Yeah. These are bigger. 14, CJ. 14.
Okay.
9/16. Oops. Okay. So for reference, this is for 10 by 12 because it's 12 foot tall. That's where your shaft needs to be away from the wall. All right. Let's see if we can get this down the wall. Got it? CJ,
Yeah.
you might have to grab this door.
That's not going to go all the way.
Oh, yeah, Big Red's gonna get it. All right. Let's leave it like that, where Big Red's got it. And then I'm gonna hook up that chain hoist right where you're at. CJ,
Yeah.
here's the camera. You can record for a minute. Got my wrench. Are all the bolts up there? No.
I didn't see any.
CJ,
Yeah.
I don't think you have all your correct bolts. There's one right here. So where did you put a long one? Where did you put a long one?
In there?
I think I need the long ones, don't
Oh, really?
I? Yeah, I need the long ones for this.
Okay. I can switch it real fast.
Need that bolt, CJ. You have a lock nut?
Oh.
Daddy, we come up there. Alex, get some air.
Baby Ronin.
So are you gonna put something over top of your insulation then?
Yes. Pallet wood. Somehow this is not right. Is this thing upside down?
Can only go one way.
This way.
It's the only way it'll go.
We're too far away from the gear. I don't see how to get it.
Hammer always works well. Pry bar.
You can stop recording. Okay, CJ.
Mhm.
How to do it. You've already watched me do it 3 times. What's step number 1?
We have to get the, what are these called? The rods in,
The rods.
and then anchor up the door
Why are we putting these in? These rods, as you call them.
to hold the door.
Why?
I don't know.
Why can't we just screw it right to this?
Because they have like the indentation, where, like this little thing in here to hold this so that it
What's the problem
Stays.
if we just screw it straight to this? Why do we have to put this on here?
Does the door have to go like out a little bit? Like because of this thing?
Yeah. But why? Tell us exactly why. What happens if I put that rail all the way up against this? Where's it gonna end up?
It's like not gonna go all the way.
What's not gonna go all the way?
The door.
Well, what do you mean the door? The door's gonna go wherever you put this rail.
I don't know.
Okay. For the fourth time, we screwed it directly to the framing, just like that. Where does the bottom end up?
It ends up like a little bit higher than
Is this thing
the
all the way
concrete,
down?
and so water's gonna get in.
The door can't go all the way down.
Yeah.
So you have to move your track. Now it's all the way down.
Mhm.
So we have to put this furring strip, a very large furring strip, so it'll go all the way down. Oh, pull it out, sink in, okay, then go back in. Okay, now that's your pivot point. So then we just have to adjust it so it's flush all the way up. Okay, so now I got the next portion, screw it in. Okay. See how we're crooked up top? So we're assuming that the door opener is not crooked. Where's the big tape? CJ, pause the video. Okay, guess what the problem is? Our opening is not flush. The wood's straight. So just about flush right here with our metal channel, flush all the way up. So this wood's straight. So it's gonna get screwed in right where it's at. We can adjust the wood, but our rail has to be straight up and down. So I almost want to have the wood right, no matter what. Here, take it so I don't hit myself in the head. I need the speed square and pencil. You know you got GoPros and microphones and all this stuff, and you're using a phone.
Yeah.
Okay, CJ's struggling with the chain hoist because it's all crooked. So, pre-drill that hole, and it'll make it a lot easier, and it won't split the top of your wood. A little bit trash or what? Yeah, then dull as hell. I got one. Nope. It's still split a little bit, but that should be good enough. Oh my God. Okay, so this side we can put on no issues. If you hold that right there, I'll get. So that mark I made is 2.5 inches from your rough opening. So 2.5 inches from your rough opening of 10 foot. So we have a 10-foot door, so that means you're at 125 inches. So that means the door, this door needs to measure less than 125 inches for it to go up and down. So this one I measured it the other day and it's 124.5. So there's very little tolerance between the edges of your rails. Where's our tool, CJ? So I do the bottom first, so if I need to adjust on the way up, I can. Which on this one, let's go ahead and screw this one in.
I thought you weren't going to put those in till you raised them up.
Oh, that's right. Now we have to raise the doors up first. CJ, you're supposed to tell everybody. Now we're gonna install these somehow up there so we can hoist this bad boy up. Alright, make sure I don't hit nothing.
It's really close to the edge.
You should be fine.
Okay.
Okay, outside of the building, flat edge. You only want to roll that door up or hoist that door up one time. It's best that you put your gear on before you get it up there. It's not exactly easy to put it on after it's up there. So you have to pull the door inside, and I'm going to push it towards you. Okay, now I need the big gun with the big black one. Give me that drill. Oh, come on. Alright, now hand me the little bracket and the bolts for the bracket and the gearbox. Give me the little bracket first, and then I'll need all the short bolts plus the lock washers. How did this one fit? And this one looks like we got plenty of them. A little bit off right here, but it needs to come to 120 at the top. But I want to get it level, double check. This bracket right here is supposed to get a spacer, but we can't find a spacer. I need to put these hangers in. So I need the drill again, and then 2 lag bolts and 1 D-ring.
2 small lag bolts.
Nope, the big ones. Here, shoot me the drill. Yeah. DJ, don't let your babies grow up to be weenies.
That's what you wanted?
Nope,
No? What do you want?
I need the D-ring.
What's a D-ring?
The stuff we bought to hang these chain falls on.
Oh.
The little Husky D-rings.
Oh.
See, when someone's looking for something, you gotta get their face in the frame.
Uh-huh.
So then when they find it, and then they get that, oh, you like zoom in.
Okay.
Oh. They're heavy duty anchors.
Yeah. D-rings. Hold that sideways and tell me what it looks like. See, you guys are supposed to be so good at this that you guys were gonna do it without me the last door.
Crazy.
Let's measure bottom, pull that, and get it at 120 inches. This was the first one he did, so it should be perfect.
Where are we putting it to?
Inside of the wood. I hope everyone's watching now, because, you know, third one, this is now how you're supposed to do it. We need to put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. Watch till the end. All the mistakes are at the beginning. Is this still in the right place? Push. It's level.
So Dad, why do you have to put the screw in and then take it out and then put it back in?
So you don't have a gap in between your two pieces.
Oh, okay.
So this piece is loose already. When you first put it in, it's not closed. The gap's not closed, and there's not enough shoulder on your piece where it's going to suck it in. So you pull it out, and then at the same time you're pushing on this piece to close the distance, and then you push it back in and it sucks it in closer, tighter. The next step is to get the door. Yeah, the first two we did based on the opening, and they're obviously not straight and level. One more door. I'm ready to call it quits. Huh?
It's gonna hit the corner.
We're just gonna have to pick it up, use more brute force. How old are you? How old
14.
am I? 66. In a few days.
What?
Wheel chock. You gotta stop the truck from rolling.
Oh.
Take a break.
Okay, this is what I'm concerned about, right? We're not exactly straight into this wood, and I think, like CJ said, this wood is messed up. So now we're all protruded out here, and it should be flush with our steel, and it's definitely not. So aside from taking it all down and redoing it, we're gonna try this, I guess. Okay, right now the problem we're having is I'm trying to rotate this door. So you gotta rotate it, right, to wind it. And it's getting hung up on our guide right here. So what I wanna do is we have slots in there. I'm gonna raise it up and put it at the opposite end of where these are slotted. So then it'll give me enough room to go whoop. Okay, here's what I did. Now we could move this box over a little bit. I'm not sure that's the right move, but there's a hole here and there. I use that hole, and then that one fits at the edge. So that places our gear right there. Now I'm going to feed this chain through the top.
All right, so I got everything hooked up. This one's spaced out versus all the rest of them are wrong, and I think we're going to be in good shape. Now the instructions say to do it 1.5 times. But my buddy that installs these, I called him and he says do it 2.75 to 3 times. So we're going to do it 3 times. Okay, so we started at the bottom. I've already kind of rotated a little bit. This is not helping me at all. Oh, am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to go this way. Starting here. So we're going to do this 2.5. Makes me think I need to have the door out more. I mean, once the door's in, it doesn't matter. Or we should have left it down so it wouldn't get caught on that top rail. Damn it. Stop recording.
So we have to turn the door, and we can't because it keeps getting caught on the packaging. And no?
Getting caught on the door sill. The bottom part of the door. The bottom of the door is freaking... Give me a yellow pry bar.
Okay.
You start there, is that 1?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like it.
There's 2, almost. That's 2, right?
Yeah.
And here is 1 half. You're going to pull the chain. I can't do it. You're going to pull the chain.
Okay. Okay, so we finished unrolling it, and it was really hard because it kept getting stuck on everything.
Everything.
And then
Getting stuck on one thing.
once we finally almost got it down, it got stuck on that piece. So we had to hit that off. And we had to take all the wrapping off so it would actually go down. We had to move the ladder like from here to here and then here and like try to cut all across while making sure you don't let go of the chain, because then it would all roll back up and we'd have to start all over again.
Which we did. I had to push the door this way
Uh-huh.
so we could wind it. And now I gotta push it back this way so it goes up and down the track properly.
Okay, Dad, so tell us what you're doing.
I am taking this bracket off because when we put it on, we didn't put the appropriate spacer on enough to clear drive gear. So I had to take the bracket off, install the longer bolts with the spacers, and then I'll put the bracket back on. And then I can rest the drum back on the bracket and finish installing the door. Okay, so this kit doesn't come with a split link for your chain, so we are forced to split it ourselves. So use 2 vice grips, pry it open enough
to get the other chain in there. If there's a tool for this, please post it in the comments. I'd much rather have it than having to do it this way. So then you got it, the opening big enough, now you just close the gap. There she is.
Yay.
Okay, so we wrapped it, or we tensioned it, now we're laying it down. We locked it in place after we tensioned it, and then we cut our plastic so we could get the door to go down the channel, and after the door is down the channel, we can move it back.
Yay.